Chapter 3. 10 years ago, Captain Thatch was on a voyage for the king, transporting secret cargo north. He was the youngest man to be a captain in the Royal Navy, but he carried himself as if he had always been in charge. His crew was also young, too young, and when the storm struck, discipline dissolved into panic. Waves rose like living walls. The wind howled with a mind of its own, and the deck became a battlefield of rope, water, and fear. One man was swept overboard. He did not hesitate. Thatch dove after him, salt burning his eyes as he fought the sea. Finally, Thatch reached him, fingers locking into his coat. But as the crew tried to haul them back, the lifeline snapped. The rope recoiled like a severed limb, and the next wave hurled Captain Thatch away. The ocean swallowed everything. When he awoke, the storm was gone. The sea lay flat and glassy, the sky clearest blue, as though violence had never existed. Thatch laid half buried in warm sand, his lungs aching, his body battered, but alive. He rose unsteadily and realized at once that this was no northern shore. Palms swayed overhead. Dense jungle pressed close, alive with sound and color. He had washed ashore on an island that was lush, tropical, and utterly alien. For a fleeting moment, he wondered if he had died, if Providence had carried him somewhere beyond the world. That illusion shattered with a scream.
Ah!
A young girl burst through the undergrowth, branches snapping behind her. A mountain lion followed, its muscles rippling beneath tawny fur, eyes fixed on her back. Instinct took over. Thatch drew his sword in one smooth motion and stepped into its path. Steel flashed once. The blade opened the beast's throat, and it collapsed at his feet, its body shuddering before going still. His pistol remained holstered. It was not needed. The jungle pressed in around them, a riot of impossible life. Trees with jewel-bright leaves clawed at the sky. Thick vines coiled like serpents from limb to limb. Flowers bloomed in colors without names, blues too deep, reds too vivid, golds that seemed to glow from within. Birds with molten gold and violet feathers streaked through the canopy, while insects of iridescent green and orange hummed and buzzed in the air. It felt as though every corner of the world had been torn apart and stitched together here, yet nothing clashed. The jungle moved as one living, breathing whole. The girl turned toward him. She was no more than 14, small but wiry, with copper-toned skin that caught the dappled sunlight. Her dark hair was braided tightly, dusted with ash and leaf fragments. Her amber eyes were sharp, far older than her years, measuring him with caution rather than fear. She stood like someone who belonged to this place, as natural as the roots beneath her feet.
Thank you,
she said. Her English was perfect.
You are most welcome.
Thatch replied, lowering his sword.
Do you know where I am?
You are in Neverland.
Neverland?
He echoed.
And you, child?
Tiger Lily.
A brief, mischievous smile touched her lips, then vanished as a strange howl rolled through the forest. It was too human to be an animal, too wild to be a man.
We must go, now,
she said. She seized his hand and pulled him after her, then glanced back at the dead lion.
Bring that!
Thatch slung the heavy corpse over his shoulder and followed as they ran. The jungle swallowed them, thick, shadowed, alive. Roots clawed at his boots, unseen eyes followed from the brush, and the air grew heavy with heat and breath. At last, the trees parted into a clearing. A village of huts stood before them. Men emerged from the shadows instantly. Bows drawn, spears leveled, arrows hovered inches from release. Every muscle in Thatch's body tightened. He wondered if he had survived the sea only to face execution on land. Tiger Lily raised her hand and spoke sharply. Then she turned to Thatch and motioned. He understood. He stepped forward, lifted the lion's corpse high for all to see, then knelt and laid it before the tribe. Blood darkened the earth. The beast that had stalked their forest lay defeated at their feet. Tiger Lily spoke again, fast, rhythmic words that carried authority. Thatch watched the villagers' faces change. Suspicion softened, weapons lowered, murmurs spread. Then cheers rose, raw and joyful. Hands struck shields, voices lifted in approval. He had crossed a line from threat to ally. That night, they sat around a fire as sparks spiraled into the dark. With Tiger Lily's guidance, Thatch learned more about the strange island he was on. Neverland, warm, isolated, and alive with wonders both beautiful and deadly. The chief presented him with a map etched into hide, showing rivers, forests, and a volcano rising at the island's heart. And they spoke of the dark god who ruled there. Sleep did not come easily for Thatch. His thoughts churned like the sea. How had he come here? How did Tiger Lily speak English? What had become of his ship and the cargo he had sworn to protect? Eventually, sleep did claim him. When dawn broke, he awoke to something impossible. His body was whole. Every bruise, every wound, gone. His head, his back, all healed as though time itself had been reversed. He stood up from the soft grass he had been sleeping on and climbed a hill just beyond the village to look out across Neverland. Another settlement lay in the distance, and on the horizon, framed by the morning light, he saw his ship. Beside it, another, black sails, pirate flags.